Alrighty, just make sure all my stuff's all set up here. All right. All right. So, appreciate a couple people already in here. All right, cool. So, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Florida Panthers in the first round. So, let's get into it. Let's look at the Tampa. Tampa. Let's look at the Toronto Maple Leaf lineup here. You got Matthew Knives, Austin Matthews, William Nylander on the first line, Yarncrook, Tavares, and Marner on the second line, Bunting, O'Reilly, and Achari. Hope he kills it. And then on the fourth line, Austin Reese, Conf, and Kerfoot. Interesting combinations here. They'll obviously probably switch it around a bit throughout the game, but pretty good lineup. Now you got Jake McCabe, who was a physical monster in the last series. A lot of big hits by McCabe. It was actually kind of fun to watch. TJ Brody, Morgan Riley, who had a phenomenal series. He was a point machine from the point. Luke Shen, he was steady back there. And then Mark Giordano and Lilligren. He looked, they obviously went without Hall because Hall was pretty bad in that series, to put it nicely. And in net, we're going to be going with Samsonov. Matt Murray is still not back, still on IR. With backing him up is just Joseph Wall. So, I mean, that's what we got there for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Excuse me. Apologize. And the Florida Panthers. Why am I struggling? There we go. Florida Panthers, we got Barkov centering Verhaeghe and Duclair. Bennett between Cousins and Tkachuk. Tkachuk was an absolute animal in that first round. I expect more of the same. Lundell centering Listerine and Reinhart. And then on the fourth line, you got the experienced Eric Stahl, Adolphe, and White. So you got a lot of good size, length, and defensive forwards too. They can be voracious on the forecheck, and that'll be interesting to see how the Maple Leafs respond to that. On the D pairs, you have Forsling and Ekblad. Ekblad, when healthy, has always been a really good defenseman. Mark Stahl and Brandon Montour. That guy, lights out series. He played absolutely fantastic. One of the best series, best series I've seen from a defenseman in a while. Josh Mahora and Rado Gudis. And Gudis, he can be an agitator, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how he goes. Sergei Bobrovsky will start off the series as the starter. Alex Lyon as the backup. Some people thought there might be a chance of Lyon being the starter, but after Bobrovsky played pretty steady in his last handful of games, I think it was kind of smart to keep the wave going. And then if they have to turn to Lyon, they have a steady backup there. So not a bad deal at all. So, and we got JL in here. Leafs about to sweep the Panthers. Well, let's see. Let's game at a time here. Let's see how it goes. It should be a fun game to watch though. I think these games are going to be relatively close, at least hopefully. So it's going to be on ESPN. So let me sign into my ESPN.com account, and I would be interested. So is anyone kind of worried at all if you're a Toronto fan? Worried at all if you're a Panthers fan? What do you think will be with you guys? So to break down a little bit of the statistical data here from the Game Center on NHL.com, if it will load, thank you. So the power plays, like Florida's been pretty, about the same on the power play percentage, penalty kill. Florida is not as good as Toronto has been thus far. Face off, edge to Toronto. I'm not sure how much that will stay though, because I think the Panthers have some good centermen. So I think on the dot, I would probably favor. Yeah, I would definitely favor the Florida in that regard, just because I think their 1 through 4s are a little bit better on the dot. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to watch through the postseason. Matthew Tkachuk leading the Florida Panthers with 8 points and 4 goals. Verhaeghe leading the Panthers with 6 assists and the +/- for Forsling. Morgan Riley, like I said, he had a phenomenal series in that first round. He's leading the team in points with 8. Matthews in goal with 5, Marner with 6 assists, and Riley with a +9. We're going to be in for a good one tonight, I believe. The one question mark for me when it kind of comes to the Florida Panthers is the goaltending can hold up. I would actually even say something similar to Samsonov, because Samsonov had some really good moments of brilliance, but some absolute insane brain farts. I would have to say throughout this postseason, some of the teams that have actually advanced, I haven't been super impressed by their goaltending. I mean, like the Edmonton Oilers, Stuart Skinner, I've not been massively impressed by. I mean, he did okay. And it kind of goes to show, like for example, Shesterkin loses, right? That game 1. I mean, that game 7, excuse me, last night. And was that because Shesterkin was bad? No, he played absolutely fantastic, but there was so many bad defensive breakdowns by the Rangers. You know, Dominic Hasek in his prime with a on Adderall wouldn't save some of those opportunities. It was absolutely ridiculous how they were just letting them walk in. So that's kind of that's kind of a bad look, if I'm going to be honest with you. So we'll go here. Well, I think like I said, going to be starting here. Toronto. Appreciate to see more people kind of trickulating into the stream. And, yeah, I mean, we got ourselves in shape for a good one here. We also have the Kraken playing tonight in their second round ever against the Dallas Stars. That should be a good game. Kind of looking forward to that. Can Grubauer keep up that type of production? And, right now we're just kind of going through the commercial limbo here. What is this Dr. Pepper commercial? Okay. Okay, so apparently we're gonna take a little bit here, ESPN. The one thing I don't like about ESPN, I'll just say this, is the not necessarily the best way they have this website set up to kind of get to their games. So I'm just kind of trying to find, and their setup is so poor. I'm really not a fan of it, if I'm being honest with you. Let's see here. Home schedule. Let's go to the NHL. Okay, Gamecast. So, I mean, hey. I'll just go back here to the point. Man, their shit's got to really be upgraded. It's really not good. It's really not good. So, how are the Florida Panther fans feeling? How are the Toronto Maple Leaf fans feeling? Daryl coming back in here. I appreciate you popping in, Daryl. So I do. I mean, yeah, you're all alone in here. It's all good. I mean, it's gonna happen like last time, where once the game kind of turns on, more people will come through. I do think the Maple Leafs have the edge here in this series. I think Samsonov's a little bit better of a goaltender than Bobrovsky. But I think it will probably go 6 or 7. So I think Maple Leaf fans have a lot of things to be excited for to get out of this round. And then after that, it's going to be the test, right? Whoever comes out of that other side of the bracket, that's going to be a kind of a tough matchup there. It's not going to be a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination. And I guess we're going to get the same commercial over and over and over again. All right. So, Daryl, how you feeling? How you feeling? You nervous at all to face the Panthers? What has you most concerned when you're playing the Panthers? Just for me firsthand, I would have to say the length and speed and the defensive prowess, they make their life extremely difficult. Welcomed by my co-host here, fellow first round exit, Fajardo. What's going on, Fajardo? What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Just finished waking up from the long deep crying and showering in the cold in the corner and all that stuff.
All right. So I'm trying to get this on ESPN, and this is just I hate their website. It's absolute terrible.
ESPN. Oh yeah, that is on ESPN. I was just looking at TV.
Yeah, the way they set up this website is pretty piss poor.
Shoot, let me see. Let me take a look at their app. Their app is a pretty decent.
There we go. Found it.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Okay.
So dumb. Like I have to like search for it in a all-handed way.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Even their app is a little
Their
kind
app
of like.
sucks.
Oh.
My man. That's just.
I'm only gonna be able to join you for the first half. After that, I have league games. But hockey related.
That's all good, man. I appreciate you popping in for a bit, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got ourselves a good one here.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. We did call out Toronto, so I'm kind of happy that they kept our word and kept it moving.
Yep. Toronto is definitely.
It shows that Toronto finally.
Are you playing music?
No, that's actually the the whatchamacallit, the national anthem, whatnot. I'm not playing any music at all. I have nothing.
That was weird. Yeah, no, it's like, what the hell? It sounded like rock. I was like, what?
Wow, imagine a rock national anthem for a hockey game. That would actually be pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty fire. Yeah. So while this is going on, the NFL schedules haven't been made, right?
No, they haven't.
Right. So there was a very interesting topic that I overheard a show on the radio while I was driving to work. Because the Jets and the Giants actually play each other this year. And the first Monday night football game is on 9/11. And they were saying the hosts on that show were saying that they thought it would be appropriate if the Jets and the Giants play each other on 9/11.
That would make most sense, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm in New York. Do you think that will happen, though?
I don't know. That would be actually a pretty cool moment, I guess, for the city, and then do like one of those things where like they do a big halftime show or something, or you know what I'm saying, like having New York artists and such.
That would be kind of cool. I mean, that would definitely be cool. I think when it kind of comes down to it, that's what most likely will happen, in my opinion. Those reverse retros Florida Panther jerseys are fire, though. I like those. The teal with the yellow and red. I know, random sidebar, just they pan to somebody in the crowd. I was like, those I like those jerseys. They're clean.
Yeah, I remember those. I remember when they first came out. It was kind of like iffy, but they grew on me, honestly. Because at first I was just like, and then like really sitting down looking at them, and then I was like, okay. And then it maybe it's because it reminds me of the old school Thrasher jerseys.
I mean, that does actually make sense. I mean, those school jerseys were pretty cool too.
Yeah, I like the Atlanta jerseys.
Daryl says, "No, I'm not nervous. I think the Leaves will have this Thursday, but it's going to be, I think, probably series. You probably meant to say series, but it's going to be a close series." And then Jaden, hey, welcome to the stream, Jaden. I think he says I have no goals in the first 10 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised with no goals in the first 10 minutes. It's the first game of a series, and
they're gonna feel each other out. I think.
They got to really feel out what the series might bring. So
it's actually kind of hard to tell with the Maple Leafs though at times, because like they'll like that series versus the Tampa Bay Lightning was insane. Like big blowout, then another big blowout the other way. It was crazy. I wouldn't be surprised though if it takes a little bit of time to get some time to feel it out. So this is the thing, right?
One goal in the first 7 minutes. I'm gonna have to call it 7 minutes.
This is the one thing. Dale says the reason I'm not taking the Panthers lightly is because they did something the Leafs couldn't do, and that take out Boston. Yeah, I mean the Panthers looked really good in that first series. I think anyone that takes them too lightly would be kind of foolish. So I think that's a good mindset to have. I think I
Did
think
the
it will be
goalie
a
get
deep.
injured?
Yeah, of good taste, right?
Um,
Exciting series that we finally broke the curse. Boston choke. I see. I don't like. I'm a Boston fan. I don't like saying that. I don't like saying they choked. That Florida was just the better team, right? Like
yeah.
I just feel like that kind of cut short what they did. And I kind of called it after Game 5, Game 6. I'm like, okay, like Florida's probably winning this series because of the way they're playing.
Yeah.
Um, but we got Samsonov off net 4-2, 3.14 goals against average, and a 900 save. Oh, we got dinged in warmups.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The goalie got injured, yeah.
Wow.
So
Hopefully he's good to go.
that's gonna be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's not good.
And it wasn't like a hard shot or anything. It was just it looks like it may have just caught him at the wrong moment and put pressure in the wrong place.
Yeah, I think it was just a weird shot. Faced off here, Florida gets it. I don't know. Oh, Florida's. Ooh, they're starting out here strong. Tkachuk here on the side wall. Point shot by Montour. Montour was a monster in the first series. I expect more of the same here.
Yeah.
That guy's on a bargain bin deal in the NHL for sure.
Let me know your time because I think I'm ahead of you again.
1923, 1921.
Yeah, I'm ahead of you by like 40 seconds.
Yeah, I figured.
Let me pause this at 18:30 right now. All right, I've paused at 18:30, so count down when you get to
I'll count down for you for sure. Oh, good breakout. Matthews coming in here alone. Oh, little high wide. What time did you stop at? Just so I remember.
18:30.
18:30. Okay. I'll start counting down at like 18:40. We're just doing this so he can sequence the streams. He's from New York, so he's got like he's got all the hackers and advanced technology. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. Icing. Or 29 actually, so we're all synced up. We're like relatively close within a second or two.
Just about. I forgot
that's fine, bro. It's never gonna be perfect, right? Like unless we stream this, like we were streaming this on the screen and could watch it together. Yeah, playoffs are the underdogs, and I would have to say I've been really impressed with what I've seen throughout most teams, like the Kraken upsetting the Avalanche. Like nobody really saw that coming. They played absolutely fantastic because Grubauer channeled prime Avalanche Grubauer. So I mean that's why I love the NHL playoffs compared to most playoffs in other sports. Like this is truly a full team sport, right? If you you may not necessarily have the best talent, but if you're the better team overall, you usually win. So that's what I really do like about these postseasons. And Panthers got a good, they got some good pressure going here against the Leafs here. So we got. Who do you think has more pressure on them, the Leafs or the Panthers? Right, it's got to be
Panthers.
You think
I think with the fact that the Leafs made it out of the first round, pressure's alleviated. Anything from here is a fucking goddamn blessing.
So see, I'd argue that's the Panthers because nobody even expected them to win against Boston. Oh, big hit there. Oh, that's a penalty. Elbowing.
Mm-hmm. I think that for Toronto, it's just one of those like, listen, they made it out of the first round. The curse is broken. Oh my God, excitement, right? So everything from here on out is excitement. For Florida, I think there's a little bit of pressure because everybody. So you knew that they had a good team,
right,
last year, right? They won the President's Trophy and all that stuff,
mm-hmm.
right? This year was kind of like, we got to see that in order for them to actually beat Boston, which nobody thought that they'd find their form. But as we know, right, in hockey, it's all about finding out when you're hot, going into the playoffs hot, stuff like that. And they found their form. So now they're looking like the team of old, right? With obviously a couple of new key players, but it looks like they can like correct the mistakes that happened last year. So I feel like there's a little bit of added pressure on them because it's like, all right, you kind of put it out here, you took out the best team, then that means you should be the best. And now they have that pressure of like, you beat the best, you kind of should be the best. You know what I mean? Whereas,
I would slightly disagree because I think when it kind of comes to the Maple Leafs, right? Now they have their fans and everybody expecting them to go to the Stanley Cup final, right? Like because and I think we even talked about like a lot of people are favoring the Leafs in this series. Like yes, they got past that first round, but this team wasn't really built for a first round pass, like a second round entry. It was built to win a cup, right? That's what Leaf fans want, right?
mm-hmm.
And plus with the Canadian market, I'm just playing into the market aspect of it as well. You know how voracious Toronto fans can be.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, I mean, let's be honest. Most of the teams that Toronto's put out there have been made to win cup teams. They just always, just crawled by.
Yeah.
The only problem was that they never made it past the first round. So now you made it past the first round. It's like at least we got that out of the way, right? And now I think it'll be, can we build from here, right? If they don't make it, but I think that the excitement of just continuing in the playoffs is almost a relief cap for the team, the fans, and what they're trying to do. And I don't think there's as much pressure. The only pressure maybe because they had a better record, and supposedly the better talent. Again, I think that I don't think that would bother them at all because they got the chip off their shoulder kind of thing.
Right. Big save there by Bobrovsky. Lundell will clear this. Yeah, no, I think, I can get what you're saying. I think we'll just, we can agree to disagree. I just think slightly more edge there for Maple Leafs, you think, to the Florida, which I mean, I get what you're saying. I get your logical breakdown of this. Good kill there by the Leafs. By the Panthers, though. They only got 2 shots on, and I think the length and reach of the Florida Panthers. Oh, they're letting Kerfoot come in. Oh, Bobrovsky got put behind the net there. They had an empty net right there for a second. Auston Reeves
there goes another one.
Going back
Jesus.
to the power play. Bad stick there. Toronto's starting to get some momentum here. 15-14 left in the first period, going on another power play. That was a bad stick.
I'll tell you a defenseman to watch in the series is going to be McCabe for Toronto.
Oh, he's been physical.
Oh, he's been exactly. I think him against Tkachuk is going to be an awesome, versus right there.
So Bobrovsky made a couple nice saves there on the power play. And a couple ones that just whoop right by his foot.
Oh, the skate of Ekblad literally tipped it just too far.
So you can't keep giving this Toronto Maple Leaf team power plays, though, right? I think it goes without saying how offensively dangerous this team can be. You got to really kind of watch what you're doing here. You keep giving them opportunities, they'll eventually bear it. You got Auston Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Riley. Like you name the players on their roster. You got some good talent, like Nylander. I would say Bobrovsky's looked a little bit more locked in the last 2 to 3 games. And that's a big thing for Florida is can Bobrovsky maintain this type of performance.
Can he live up to his paycheck? Just saying.
I'll never live up to that paycheck. I'll never live it up. He's like,
if he wins a cup, he's kind of lived up to it, right? So I think that.
Yeah.
That's it. That would be it. That's the only way he would live up to his paycheck is if he, wins a cup.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in, Suv. Appreciate it. By the way, Jane, I appreciate you with the continual comments. Yeah, I haven't seen you on the stream, so it's actually kind of cool seeing new people pop in. I really do appreciate you, watching it with us.
Yep.
So Tavares down below here at the boards. Matthews back here, over to Marner. Riley, can't win that puck race. Oh, here we go. Reinhart coming out, shooting it on Samsonov. Einar just killing some time. Smart play here. Eating time. That's what you got to do. So we got a minute 34 here on the power play for Toronto. Morgan Riley coming up the ice, drops it off here.
Who's your player to watch in this series as far as for Toronto?
Oh, for Toronto?
Yeah.
Nola Chari. I'm not biased. No, never. No, so I don't like. I'll admit, on a personal level, I want the Leafs to pass because I know Noel Char. Like I played youth hockey with him. I've kind of known his family. I haven't really stayed in contact with all my health stuff, but we played youth hockey together. So I would love for him to go deep on a personal level. Mm-hmm. But for a guy that I'd actually think might pop off in this series, I'm going to go with. I know you got the big guns: Matthews, Marner, Riley. I think Kerfoot. Would be a guy to watch with his defensive game, and he can give you a little bit offensively. I'm not saying he's going to lead the series in scoring, but we saw how like good depth players like Eric Halla for the Devils did. Yeah. Like he was fantastic. I think he has it in him. Oh my God, Bobrovsky, dude, do not pull an Olmark.
Oh God,
bunting. It drives me crazy when goalies play the puck. Like play. Big save by Bobrovsky.
Yep.
12 seconds here.
They're moving the puck around very well, which is good to see. Like I said, I feel like they have no pressure on them. The biggest pressure was getting out of the first round, and now it's not even that. It's like, okay, we're here. Like now they can just play.
So, good penalty kill, though, by the Panthers. They can't keep giving this dangerous Maple Leaf team these opportunities because they will eventually score on them. You know
what the big question here is? Where's our boy Devin Banner? Where's Banner, bro? Where is he at? He has not come in here. Did he get arrested for streaking? Is that what happened?
Streaking after that first one. Smart dump here by Tkachuk. Oh, Verhaeghe over here. Bennett getting a little physical here. Point shot by Montour across the side. Working near the wall. Get a shot on net. That's what I like about this Panthers team, though. They will get pucks on net. And so, like, I know that's kind of funny saying that, but some teams really get too cute. Bennett here. Oh, backdoor to Verhaeghe. Oh, he had him on the back door. If he gets that saucer over, that's a prime scoring chance. Austin Reeves here. Speed. 12-12 here in the first period. It's a good back and forth, man. Good back and forth. You got to like what you're seeing thus far.
I mean, if this is an indication of what the series is going to be, this is going to be
a lot of fun
absolute fun series to watch.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. So I'm going to do myself a favor and move this window over here so I can see the chat and the game at the same time. So Daryl, Jaden, any nerves here with the first period? You like how your Maple Leafs are playing? Are you a little I want some fan reaction here in the comments. What are you guys thinking? How do you think it's going? Is this how you kind of visualize it? I know Jaden said there wasn't going to be any goals within the first 10 minutes, he said. So I think it's kind of going how he thought it would. But are you liking what you're seeing from the Maple Leafs? Are you liking the rotation, the passing?
I'm gonna head out. But what I do see for the Maple Leafs, they're playing loose. That's a big key to what their game brings is them playing loose, right? As far as Florida, they continue to work hard, which is also very good. Like you said, they're putting a lot of pucks on the net, which is going to be key to any type of success that they may have. So that's going to be a huge thing. But it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, if you're still on after I'm done with my games, I'll hop back in and say what's up.
Sure, man. Well, I appreciate you popping in, man. You go do your thing, and I'll catch you later, brother.
All right, man. Talk to you later,
buddy. So, minute and a half to go. Yeah, Jaden, I think they're kind of feeling each other out right now. For me, it's 12-12 here. I mean, the Panthers had such a massive upset against the Bruins, right? It's This is going to be a heck of a series to see here. If Florida can kind of channel that throughout the rest of the playoffs. We've seen some 8 seeds. We've seen lower seeds in playoff history go on to win cups. I'm not saying Florida's going to win a cup, but they definitely have the talent on this roster here. So Barkov here on the dot against Riley, and Tampa gets possession. Duclair here fighting for it. And we got Barkov coming up the ice, crossing the red line, going the offensive blue line here, using his shooting strength. Oh, big save there by Samsonov. Big save. That was a great feed there by Barkov. Riley here on it first, going out back behind the goal. Barkov on the forecheck. Verhaeghe. Oh, Barkov trying to get up to Verhaeghe. Can't get it. There we go. Ekblad up. And we got a good back forth here. So Jaden says, I see the Maple Leafs winning this series overall there. Yeah, a lot of people are picking the Leafs, and I could get it. I think they've had a really good season. I don't think that's a bad pick at all. Tkachuk here on the half wall, throwing it up. Oh, Bobrovsky's your favorite goalie in the NHL? I mean, he's kind of found his form here in the regular season. Tkachuk here. Over to Bennett. Oh, good stick there. Good defensive play right there by Giordano. Tkachuk gets it back. Montour down low to Bennett. Bennett working here behind the goal line. Oh, Cousins here. Smart play by Cousins. Get it low. Tkachuk is pretty dangerous down low. He's a big, strong guy. Shot from the point wide. Stahl throws it all the way around. Tkachuk here working the low circle. Good save by, and we got a first goal. Cousins for the Florida Panthers starts it off. Good shot there by Tkachuk on the rebound. Cousins buries his home. 1-0 Florida Panthers. Started out strong, man. Florida's looked good when they've been 5-on-5. They've kind of taken it to a little bit in the Leafs offensive zone. And what I've been saying pregame, Tkachuk down low, working around below the dots is so dangerous. And these shots are so underrated. Take a shot, try to aim for a pad, blocker there, goes right off that to Cousin, and he just backhands this over Samsonov. Florida's going to be leading this game 1-0. But Florida's also got to minimize their mistakes. They got to be sure that they don't keep giving them opportunity. He was dominant for the couple years. Columbus had a deeper roster. You were close there, Jaden. You were very, very close there with the pick there, honestly. No, Bobrovsky was really good in Columbus. He's been struggling a little bit in Florida. Daryl has to say no reason that rebound should have been out. Yeah, that was kind of a bad rebound. It went off the lower side of his blocker and just popped right out to him. And yeah, Jaden, you just missed it by 30 seconds. But, yeah, that's a bad rebound. But that's why you take those weird angle shots, because sometimes they'll get some nice rebounds in your favor. Madison Roach, I appreciate you popping in. Good to see you here on the stream. Thank you so much. Not much is up. We're just watching the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers are currently leading 1-0. Toronto here. Down low. Nylander here throwing it across the ice, and good defensive play here by Liljegren, throwing it up. And the Leafs just maintaining possession. Nylander curling in here, going into the offensive blue line. Back to Matthews. Matthews across to Knives. That was a good try there by Knives. I actually liked what I saw that. I'm actually a fan of the eliminated Boston Bruins. My channel covers every single team across the NHL. If you haven't, if this is your first time even seeing my channel, make sure to check out the video shorts. I make around 3 to 4 minute videos about every single team, like the kind of the outcomes through the playoffs and just NHL news in general. I kind of enjoy making it, and I include clips and stuff like that because I think it's kind of a fun way to watch the game. But yeah, my Bruins are out, but I'll be covering pretty much everything through the postseason. I won't be doing a live of the Kraken game versus the Dallas Stars, but I'll definitely be doing videos on both of these games tonight. So good forecheck here. Oh, man. We got 3 guys in the same end here. Kerfoot Toronto's going for a line change here. Stall up and bad turnover there. Over to Riley. Big save by Bobrovsky. Oh man, the New Jersey had a hell of a game against the New York Rangers. I'll be honest with you, they spanked them in that game 7. I actually made a video on the channel. If you look at it about the Devils manhandling them last night. And you have to be really happy with what you saw with Akira Schmid, man. A young 22-year-old goaltender being that calm, and especially after the game 6 wasn't all his fault, but after that game 6 performance, right? The guy just played absolutely fantastic. He really did. So I think Akira is going to be a really good goalie for a long time because I liked the composure. Oh, wow. Yarncork here on the forecheck, but doesn't get it. And it looks like off the linesman there. Luke Shen cross to Riley. Riley up. And gets stepped up by Gudis. Bobrovsky couldn't cover it, and then he finds the puck. Covering here. 7:36 in the first period. But yeah, I really liked what I saw from the Devils. Jack Hughes really impressed me because even though it's the postseason, his ability to use his agility and speed and just kind of go around players was fun to watch. And the Rangers just defensively were not good at all. Yeah, that was a really good game to watch. I'm thinking I'm actually going to be going to a Devils game in the postseason, hopefully this year. If they can go to the second round, and see if I can go get some tickets. But I mean, hopefully it should be interesting because I have a lot of buddies of mine down in that area. But we'll see. Maybe I could maybe I could record something. I don't want to be that person that's in the crowd like, oh my God, look at me, I'm recording. I don't like being that guy in real life. It's like, dude, I like enjoying the moment. But what team would I like to see get Bedard? Probably. Whoa, what just happened? I just moved it. Probably a weird pick for me. I would like Columbus to get Bedard because I think I think Columbus hasn't had that guy since Rick Nash. And if Bedard lives up to his potential, he'd be far better than Rick Nash ever was. And I think that would be good for that hockey market personally. I wouldn't mind Columbus getting him. Who do you think will taking it, the Canes or the Devils? I'm going to go with the Devils. I think the Devils just have a little bit more offensive firepower. Their defense is really good. They're like Carolina, just with better offense, in my opinion. But you can't really go against Rod the Bod. So, I mean, I think that'll be a deeper series, probably going round 6. Second round feels good. I mean, yep, Maple Leafs break that, get that monkey off their back. Now they're trailing 1-0 early in the game. So let's hope they can, reward some of these faithful Leaf fans that have been through it. Absolutely crazy. Jaden has Columbus I'd be happy with, but I'd love to see him in the. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind Anaheim either. I think Anaheim would be good. I wish they went back with their older jerseys. I don't know if that's that copyright's owned by Disney, but yeah, I liked. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad pick either. Connor Bedard. But Anaheim's got so far away. So is Columbus, but I just look at it from like a franchise player. They really don't have. I mean, they have Goudreau, I guess. Paul, who do you see as the next captain of the Bruins? I'm not sure if Bergeron retires, which I kind of hope he does. Probably Brad Marchand for a season or two until the end of his contract. Florida has where did the puck go? Oh, ooh, Lundell down low, but I mean I wouldn't want McAvoy. If Marchand's there, I can understand, but Lundell behind the net. Throwing it around. Back to the point. Well, we got some good possession here for the Panthers. Gudis here at the point. Throws it back down low. This is what the Florida was really good against the Bruins, was maintaining offensive zone control. They used their big size and frames to make it an issue. And Gudis with a hit there, that like a delayed reaction there by Knives. Good forecheck here. Panthers will not give you time and space. They are really good taking that away. Drop pass here. Shoots it wide. Ekblad keeps it in. Down here, below the goal line. No, and the Bruins will not be that dominant next season. I'm actually going to be making a video. It's actually my prediction. I think they'll just miss the playoffs altogether next season. If Krejci and Bergeron are away, I think it's going to be a wild card at best. I don't think the Bruins are going to be able to maintain that. And I also think Olmark's year was a anomaly. Good save there by Samsonov. Good pass over from Tkachuk over to Montour. I don't see the Bruins being that good next season. I think this was a 1 year, like a last dance type thing that they didn't pull off. And I'm not really hopeful for them next year. I think Olmark will come back down to earth because there's no way a guy like that is going to be able to continue a .938 save percentage next season. I mean, you even saw that with Shesterkin. And, I mean, you're going to be losing a lot of key players through free agency. Now, in my personal opinion, and this is probably not an opinion a lot of Bruins fans have, I just would like them to go scorched earth. I would trade Taylor Hall. I would trade Derek Forbort. I would trade anyone with any significant cap hit so you can kind of expedite the rebuild. I actually would want them to trade Linus Olmark for a first-round pick if they could for this upcoming NHL draft. They have no first-round draft pick in the next two drafts. They don't have even a second round in this one. I believe the next one either. I would just like them to go complete scorched earth and start anew. Yeah, I think it's a 1 year fluke. I don't see this Bruins core doing that again next season. I would be really surprised if they did, but just looking at it objectively, and if Bergeron and Krejci aren't back, and I think at this point in his career, Bergeron is still one of the best defensive centers in the game, but due to the toll on his body and the injuries over time, he really doesn't have the same offensive output. He'd be better off suited as a second-line center. David Krejci's kind of more of a second/third, more of a third at this point in his career. And the Bruins don't really have that premier number one center. And edited, no, it's not really me panicking. I'm just looking at it because we have some guys down in Providence that I actually would like to give third-line minutes to, like Merkulov and Lysell. Maybe they're another year away. And I would like to trade Olmark because we have Swayman, then we have Boosie, and we have Kaiser down below in the NHL who are NHL ready at this point, or should be, because they've been dominant at that level. They should get an opportunity. And Olmark, you could get actually a pretty good haul back. But, him being only $5 million, but, Swayman's an RFA at the end of this year. So, that's just my opinion. I think the Bruins are kind of between a rock and a hard place because they completely bought for this year. They completely bought in. And them being a first-round exit, they have no assets going forward, and they got to do something here. But Toronto coming into the offensive zone, Morgan Riley here. Nice shot on Bobrovsky. Good save there, right in his crest. 5:30 here in the first period. Yeah, Mike Riley, he's down in Providence. They need to get rid of him. Forbort. I say get rid of Taylor Hall because he's making $6 million. Get rid of Linus Olmark. He's making $5 million. You need to sign Swayman because I think Swayman's going to keep improving, and I think he's still one of the better goalies in the NHL. And we put him in a hard spot in Game 7. He should have been playing, Game 5 and 6, if I'm being honest with you, if Olmark was hurt. But yeah, I just we don't have any draft, and this upcoming draft is actually pretty deep. Like, you're going to find some good quality NHL players throughout this draft, and it's a shame that we don't have any picks. Riley skating in here. Oh, good hit by the linesman. What a beast. What was that? I have never seen that happen. The lineman, dude. Yo, so, okay, I was saying, we're going to see, and we're going to see the NHL's rigged after that hit. What a beast of a hit. Edited said, it's my opinion, it's a bad deal trade. Malmark is still at $5 million. I don't think he's going to be that guy next year at all. And I think we got to pay Swayman, right? Unless we pay him a bridge. And I appreciate you coming in, Blind Bat. Appreciate the support as always. So Barkov across here. And a soft dump here. No icing. Barkov here on the forecheck. Ooh, Barkov's got to be careful there. He saw his numbers there. That could have been a bad one. Duclair Oh, Tavares coming in. Tavares had the game winner in last series. Verhaeghe, good drop pass. Barkov drops it to Duclair. Duclair gets the puck back. Verhaeghe back to the point. Montour with a whiffle shot. David Banner says Bedard needs to go to Montreal. That would be okay. That'd be okay. I mean, Montreal would definitely support him. Do they really need him? No, they got some decent quality prospects, actually. I did a video on that. And Madison Roach. I think the Jersey Devils are no, I don't think they're a one-year team. A lot of their guys are pretty young. Akira's 22. Hughes, like their core is young. And I would say I would see your concern if Timo Meier was lighting it up and you guys were like that was like, maybe a concern that, it's Timo Meier's just really the main reason. But I mean, you guys are getting a lot of good scoring from elsewhere. And I think you'll be able to sign some, quality third liners, second liners on a relatively cheap deal. I like a lot what I see from the Devils. I think they got a very bright future. I think the Devils and Buffalo are going to be some of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And Tkachuk just kind of stopped the play. I think the Devils will be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Blind Bat, you should be a narrator. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, some people say I have a radio voice. I absolutely hate my voice, so funny enough. Sam Bennett, back point. Ekblad, good stop. Oh, fantastic. Did he get a piece of that Samsonov? Tkachuk here in the corner. Tkachuk back here. Ekblad not able to keep it. And man, Florida's getting some good possession here. Ekblad at the point. Back to Tkachuk. Tkachuk just throws it towards the net. Morgan Riley gets it, gloves it down. Tkachuk will keep it at the blue line. And that is what Tkachuk's really, really good at. Really good at it. He's such a physical presence on 5-on-5. And fuck you, David Manor. So here we go. Mark Stahl. Bobrovsky will come in. Riley on him. And we got some. It's interesting to see. I feel like Toronto's a little like I feel like they're just trying to figure out the Panthers here. Oh, good keep in there by Bennett. Bennett dancing around, trying to find the back door. Oh, what a fantastic save by Samsonov. What a great save. One-timer stop, and my speakers just turned off for whatever reason. That was a great save. Samsonov's made some big ones here. Maple Leafs are having some, defensive breakdowns. Good pass over. Another big save by Samsonov. Great play there defensively by Gudas. Gets on one knee and blocks that pass through. The Leafs are not going to get a clear entry there. Trying to. There we go. Went super quiet for whatever reason. Yonkirk all the way down. Montour here. No icing. Verhaeghe here on the forecheck. Giordano up. Good backhand try. Oh, good. Oh, good secondary try. Florida has been the dominant team here in the first period. They draw the penalty by this drive. I mean, yes, this is the problem, though. This is the problem that I saw from Maple Leaf fans. Not everyone, obviously, a lot of the guys in here are pretty rational. They just like, oh, well, we're going to just cakewalk over the Panthers. No, they have good, talented players on this roster. Remember, these guys won the President's Trophy last season. They made some trades, and they really kind of played up and down throughout the season. A lot of it was due to instability in net. Bobrovsky's look pretty good, but you can't take this team lightly. It's a very good team, and their top end talent is some of the better in the league, and it's also the size, right? They have some guys that are pretty big, but also pretty fast. You can't look that off. So, with 49 seconds left in the first period, Florida will be going on the power play here. They're already up 1-0. This would be huge for them to take a 2-0 lead. I think the biggest highlight of the period thus far for me was that amazing hit by the ref on the Maple Leaf player. So we got some stoppage here. What's going on here? Look how we got the old analog phone still down there. Makes sense though, because of all the interference that would be inside the building. Florida's very greedy. Paul Maurice has totally changed my opinion of him this year. And lots of people can dislike it with a heart. Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. I think Paul Maurice has done a really good job. I would definitely agree with that. It's a good take, David Banner. And Matthew Tkachuk is going to give us problems. Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk, I would have to argue, if not the most dominant player in the postseason, is going to be the second most dominant. The guy's just the way he plays. Point shot there, good save. People got to realize, like, he's a big boy, big and strong. Montour here, walking it at the point. Ooh, but bad play there by Montour. Good play by Barkov. Too far ahead. Couldn't get that clean pass. Good hit there by Reinhart. So Montour coming up. They got to be careful here on the power play. Like, you know, Maple Leafs got some talent here. Bennett back to Barkov. Barkov all the way around. You got 9 seconds left here. Over here to Barkov. 4 seconds. Guys got to get shot on that. Oh. So they kind of wasted that little bit. Like, they should have got a shot on that with a few more seconds left on the clock because they actually had a good opportunity there. But that was a good first period if you are a Florida Panther fan. They played really well. We're the more dominant team. Their physicality is showing up just like it did in last series against Boston. And it kind of goes to show that they got some big players that can definitely give you some problems. So we shouldn't be surprised with how good they are playing. I would have to agree. Florida is a good team. And, I do not want to get copyright striked. Stop that, NHL.com. I do not like getting my monetization ripped away from me. So, yeah, Florida's played really good. I have to be really impressed with what I've seen. Florida would have the scoring 1-0. 1-0 with Nick Cousins off a rebound off a Tkachuk shot. And, I mean, let's get into some of the statistics here. 0 for 1 on the power play for Florida, 0 for 2 for Toronto. Penalties and minutes, 4 for Florida, 2 for Toronto. Face-off percentage, Toronto's been more dominant, 82% to 18%. Block shots even at 2. Toronto has more giveaways with 6-1. 5-4, and then takeaways. Toronto's better with the takeaways 6-1. And Florida's out hitting the Maple Leafs 21-15. So you got to like what you see here if you are a Panther fan. Absolutely. So, because y'all asked, I'm going to go here to the playoff bracket. So, who do the Kraken play? It is not the Oilers. They're going to be playing the Dallas Stars tonight at 9:30 Eastern. Let me double check that really quick for everybody. Yep, 9:30 Eastern. Seattle versus Dallas. So, this is the second round. Let's just kind of go through it. The Seattle Kraken will be playing the Dallas Stars, and the Vegas Golden Knights will be playing the Edmonton Oilers, the New Jersey Devils against the Canes, and then the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Florida Panthers. Okay. So, I'll go into predictions real quick. I'm actually going to be making a video on the channel, but right here for you guys that are here in live, might as well, treat you guys well. So, I think the Dallas Stars versus Seattle Kraken will be an entertaining series if Grubauer can keep up this amazing performance. I mean, the sky is the limit. I like the goaltending, though, for Dallas as well as the Ottinger. So when Ottinger gets locked in, he's an extremely difficult goalie to beat. I think the Dallas Stars will win that series in 7. I'm not going to take the Seattle Kraken lightly anymore. They took the Avalanche and beat them in 7. And if they can just keep being relentless, I think they're going a deep series. I wouldn't be completely shocked if Seattle somehow gets their way through it. As for the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Edmonton Oilers, I would say the Edmonton Oilers win this in 6. I think I have worries in net for the Oilers. I'm not the biggest fan of Skinner right now. I think he's a young goalie that has some rebound control issues. And if Vegas is smart, they'll definitely get some low shots on net, blocker side shots on goal, so they can kind of make it difficult for him to handle. And, but he also persevered in that last series where the stick literally broke, lit up the game-tying goal, and then he made some big saves after that. So His mental toughness is not his question, but some of his technique is. But I'll say Oilers in 6. As for the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils, I think it's going to be New Jersey in 6 as well. New Jersey, to me, is just a faster, more offensive version of the Carolina Hurricanes. I like their defense. When the Devils buy in and play the style of play they should be playing, they are hard to score against. Carolina, I'm not sure if they have enough offense for me. I don't know if they have enough of an offensive punch to beat the Devils, because the Devils played the Rangers, and they really neutralized them. So I'll say Devils in 6. And for this series, the Florida Panthers versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, I'm going to say it's going to be Florida in 7. I like a lot what I see from Florida. Their length, size, and speed is a little bit underrated. Toronto has the upside, but they can be a little bit lackadaisical in their own end, where Florida can suffer from some of the same issues. I don't know. I just think Florida in this series is going to be probably a little bit too much to handle for the Maple Leafs. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Leafs did win in like 7 either. Samsonov, I think they have a slight edge in goaltending. Samsonov recently has proven to me that he can be, for a longer stretch of time, be a more steady goaltender. He's made some big saves in this game 1. But, I don't know. Bobrovsky can keep making the saves that he needs to make. Florida's going to be a tough out. So that's kind of be my predictions for this round. So let's go through the comments here. Miami Heat winning 2. Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler. Playoff Butler is a monster. The playoff Butler is a monster. Knies and McCabe put Toronto over the edge, in my opinion. Without them last series, looks a lot different. Tavares actually playing like a captain, too. I think Tavares is too much maligned within your fan base. I think Tavares has been a very good player for a very long time. I think they're kind of absolutely insane to blame him for everything. I think he's a really good player. Maybe not that contract worth, but that's the management's fault. Kraken moving on for the league would be good. I think for an expansion team to go on, it would actually be kind of interesting if it was like, let's say Vegas wins that series, Vegas for Seattle, like the recent expansion teams facing each other. That'd be good. Devils winning that series in 6. I take that any day of the week. Yeah, I think the Devils have the edge in that series just because I think they have just a little bit more offensive output, and if Akira can keep replicating that performances, I mean, in net, I think it's pretty similar as well. Y'all see that BS about Maple Leaf fans being banned? Yes, I did. I did see that story. I mean, and Florida fans, don't take this negatively, but the Florida market at times doesn't really support their own teams. Now in the playoffs, they do tend to show up, but I'm going to be very clear here. The attendance with the Florida Panthers isn't always great. A lot of it, I think, is due to the location of the rink. I've actually gone to games down there in Sunrise, and it was really, it's actually not a bad venue at all. It's not too bad, but just where it is, it's not like it's like downtown, right? It's not. So I'm not to his size. And then Paul, did you see that nasty hit on Trober? Yeah, I did. I thought it was a clean hit. That was a clean hit. Like Meyer had his head down. Trouba's coming at him. I mean, that's a clean hit. But that's just, growing up for me, that was clean. But I got to use the facilities really quick, but I'm actually probably going a little bit more depth here in a second. I'm going to leave this comment up here. I want you guys to discuss down below in the comment sections, or the live chat, I should say. What do you guys think about the Florida thing happening? Like, why you think it's a good thing that they're getting banned? Do you think what? I'd be interested to, have a conversation with you guys. I'd be right back. I apologize, but duty call. I should say nature. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I just had to go to the bathroom really quick. So, okay. So making sure my mic's on. So as for the Florida fans banning out Maple Leaf fans, I understand why. Right? Let's just talk about the ugly truth here. Maple Leaf fans definitely would be packing that place. You saw Maple Leaf fans being willing to pay like $1,400 for one ticket. They're going to pay a few hundred to go to a Florida game because think about it, right? They could buy a ticket, get a flight, and keep it underneath that price. It'd be far cheaper for them to watch a game in Miami, or in Sunrise. But yeah, so I mean, I get it. It's their own rules; they can do that. I think did Tampa do that a season or two ago? I'm trying to remember. I thought one other team did do this in the past. So I apologize. Maybe I'm not correct on that, but I do remember a team doing this before, so I'm not completely shocked. And as for the hit, Trubon Meyer, yeah, I mean, I agree. You got to keep your head up. You can't go into the neutral zone. I mean, as a coach, I've said like I've had to correct players because the problem now is, and this is actually what I've noticed, right? And a lot of them try to emulate what they see in the NHL. You'll have players like because they're not that certain level. They'll be stick handling and all this while they have their head down, and then when they get hit, like they can get it clean clocked across the center ice. That Trouba hit would have started a line brawl. Yeah, absolutely, but it's not that NHL anymore. But still, it's still a physical game, though. You can't keep your head down, especially in the neutral zone. That's something you've learned very, very early on. Yeah, no, they're like right outside of. Actually, I'll actually even pop it up for a second. Sunrise. Show geographically where it is. Because when I was down, I was working on a ship in Sunrise. Let me come on. Okay, I'm on Google Maps. It won't let me scroll out. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we kind of because I was down in Fort Lauderdale from training. So just so you guys get an idea here, let me show here and I'll switch it back over, but I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Sunrise is. It's just north of Miami. So right here, oh no, a little too zoned out here, Paul. Well, actually, that might work, but let me. So right here, Sunrise, right? Miami's down here. And Sunrise is nice, don't get me wrong. It's not bad at all. But it's like you're not in downtown Florida, you're not even Fort Lauderdale. Like you're not right there in downtown. But actually, I've done training on the tugboats and stuff like down here in Fort Lauderdale. So when I was doing training, one winter, I actually went to a couple Florida Panther games over the weekend, or I was there for a week, so it might have been throughout the week, and it was good. Tickets were cheap. It was like I want to say like $40-$50, and like you got like some food with it too. It was a pretty good deal. But yeah, like it's right, just right north of Miami. So it's not too bad of a city. It's not a bad little area. Total population of 97,000 in that area. So that's why people have said it's kind of struggled at times in the market because of it's not necessarily downtown. So it was not too bad at all. Entering the ozone, I miss those days. I mean, I think when it kind of comes down to it, that's the main reason though. Panther tickets would cost a lot less. You could get a flight to Miami, like a round trip, a ticket, food, and probably a hotel cheaper than when you get for a single ticket in Toronto for a playoff game. Might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but and plus you can go down to Florida and enjoy the weather. So, I'm not completely surprised that they kind of banned it because they would just come, Maple Leaf fans would just come in droves to save money. Like, you mean I can go right outside of Miami, go like enjoy myself in a warmer climate and also get to see a game for cheap? Count me in, Chief. Like, yeah, I could say that. Yeah, that's where I think it makes sense for the Florida market to, not make it available to Toronto. Now, do I agree with it? I mean, in my personal opinion, if your fan base is that bad that you're afraid of it, I mean, that's on you. I think, you could have a subsection of tickets that you could sell, right, on the secondary market. Um on the secondary market, right? To to fans, man. Like at the end of the game, it's a game. I mean, at the end of the game, it's a game. At the end of the day, it's a game. And I think people should be allowed to go see their teams, whether it's home or away. Maybe just limit the amount. I think that's what Tampa did last time. And LJ, hey man, it's good to see you. Hey buddy, I owe you an apology. The Panthers are better than the Bruins. I don't take any of that personally. I understood when I made those videos, especially before game 7, especially before game 7, people got upset when I made that video that the Panthers are the better team and that they're going to win game 7. And Bruins fans got upset. And I understand. Listen, in my heart, did I want the Bruins to lose? No, I was like there doing the live stream when they scored, when Pasta went up. I was like, yes. And then when Montour scored with overtime, like, oh, like, with like what, a minute and some change left. And he's like, scores right before the end of the game and scores on Swayman off of redirection off of McAvoy's stick. I was upset. So I don't take that as any seriously. I understand some fans think I'm attacking them personally when I just talk about their team, maybe in a negative manner, but I don't take that in a bad way. Real talk, Paul. I haven't gone to a Leafs game since 2008 against Thrashers. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's out of kind of the realm of possibility for that to happen. See you here. Game just started. Florida's starting on the power play here. Florida is going to beat because they have the meme magic on their side. We'll see. Tkachuk coming in here at the half wall. Back to the point here to Montour. Montour over to Bennett. Bennett shot. Good glove save there by Samsonov. Keeping it the line. Down to Tkachuk. Jumps over his stick. And that was a good clear. I am distraught too, Elger. Trust me. I am distraught too. Don't think this calm rationality inside there's great depression. Tkachuk here, working here, over to Montour. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so it's not blasting in your ears. Barkov back to Montour. Oh, that was a bad play there. Tkachuk should have just took that. Barkov over to Montour. They have 10 seconds left on this power play. Really didn't do much here. Hurricanes, you got the Hurricanes passing. I had the Devils in 6, but Hurricanes got a good defensive system, so I wouldn't be completely shocked. I mean, this postseason is completely shocking, so nothing's out the door for me. Good player. Giordano coming up. Oh, shit. I apologize. Thank you for popping out, Madison. Hold on. Thank you. I got caught up watching the game. I forgot to put it back. There we go. Thank you so much for actually saying something. I would have forgot about that. You're a real one. There we go. So, 8:26 here in the second period. Oh, man. So, Lundell here on the draw against Matthews. Let's see how this goes. Toronto's been really good on the dot. That's 10-3 now. Toronto's been really good on the dot. So maybe I was a little bit off on that prediction that maybe a little bit more even on the dot, but Florida's struggling here. But Verhaeghe here on the forecheck. Lundell. Good play. Ooh, nice. With some agility here. Liljegren taking a shot wide of the net on Bobrovsky. Goes outside the zone. Could we trade DeBrusque for Nylander? I mean, I don't think that would be. I don't think that would be feasible. Plus, it would be it'd be an increase in cap hit, I believe. Stall up here. Oh, good race there. Florida here getting this puck on net. Good shot there by Delph. Delpy. That's how you say it. Delpy. You know what? I think New Jersey fans were trolling. One was trolling me because he's like, when I said McLeod before on a video, he's like, no, it's the McLeod. I'm like, really? Oh, Tavares just misses that. So when I did McLeod in the video, people were like, dude, it's actually like you say McLeod. I'm like, God, you guys trolled the shit out of me. Pronunciations are not my forte. Tavares just missed that. That was a good opportunity. Stall over here. D on D to D. Ooh. Cousins here on the forecheck. And Charlie will dump it deep. Morgan Riley here on the forecheck. Icing. So, 16:44. You know what I'm interested to see? This is just from a Bruins fan. I wonder if Jack Edwards will be next year. You seemed like he was dealing with some health issues. I'm not sure if he'll be back. Random note, the random side note. I wonder if he'll be back. So, Toronto has an offensive zone draw here. Bennett versus Matthews. Good win by Matthews. And takes that shot. That was an easy can of corn there for Bobrovsky. Oh, no worries, Madison. If you got to go in 20, that's no problem. I really appreciate you popping in, like a like and all that stuff. And hopefully you're enjoying the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying the channel. It's really cool to see new faces and new names in here. And Florida with the high flip. Oh, right to Verhage. Verhage gonna throw it down low to the you get a good block here. Actually, I agree with that, El Jerk. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think somebody new would be really good for the Bruins. I like Edwards though. I just be a little much. Be a little rambly this season. I know he's dealing with some health issues though. Forsling here. Up. Barkov around. Oh, little miscommunication there off Matthews skate back, but here we go. Achari, Matthews, Achari up to Riley. Riley back down to Achari. Gudis using his physicality. Riley worked back up to the point. Lilligren over across. Brody. Oh, Giordano. If I have to see him the word oxygen one more time, I might break one to you. I just Edwards can be freaking annoying. I'm not even denying that as a Bruins fan. Like it's a little over the top. We're just flexing his vocabulary that he learned in Scrabble the day before, but it's a little bit over the top. But yeah, I mean, I feel bad for his health. He looked like a shell of himself at the time. Like sounded like a shell of himself. I should say. Lindgren at the point. Oh, that was a weird bank shot. Gudis here. Yeah, 5 years ago was his prime. I'd agree with that. So Lundell here on the forecheck. Oh, terrible turnover there by the Panthers. Good play. Let's Ryan up. Gudis has a good physical game. Yeah, Gudis and Lundell definitely impressed me. Gudis plays a physical brand of hockey for a bottom pairing guy. Like, really good. Good here. Tkachuk gets it. Up to Bennett. Oh, trying to go for a home run there. Tavares coming up. I mean, sorry, tkachuk coming up. Throws it over there. Verhaeghe. Bennett. Tavares coming in with a little bit of speed. Big save by Bobrovsky. They're keeping a lot of these Toronto Maple Leaf shots to the outside. They're doing a really good job at making it difficult for the Leafs to get easy, I should say, hard scoring opportunities, difficult, high chance areas. They're going to leave it excellent hit. So 14:32 in the second period. Knives here. Oh, driving to the net. Oh, they let Riley just drive to the net. That was a bad defensive breakdown there by Florida. Good save there by Bobrovsky. And also stall chin stick. Offensive zone draw here for Florida. Yeah, Matthew Knives, man. I think he'll be a good player, man, for you guys once he keeps developing. Thanks, Jerk. I appreciate the comment, El Jerk. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you have like you or guys like you around the channel. Without you guys, I'd be nothing. I really appreciate all the support I get, man. Like the ability to get over 3,000 subscribers in the span of like 5-6 months has been insane. So I'm glad you guys enjoy the channel. I'm glad you guys enjoy all these videos. And we'll have a lot. I'm actually have a lot of content throughout the off season that's going to happen here. Throughout the postseason, I'm going to be covering a game a night live, and then I'll be doing my usual reaction videos to each game. So expect around, a lot of videos, and I have a big cover, big drive there. Expect a lot of videos throughout the off season and throughout the rest of this postseason. I got some videos already kind of in the works on the channel, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But I appreciate you. Oh, good cut, big save there by Samsonov. Thank you guys so much, man. You got like your support. Your support is means a lot to me, more than I can probably even articulate. Because I went from literally having 30 subscribers to over 3,200 in such a short span. It still blows my mind. Well, I'm not growing at the amazing. I mean, I would say it's amazing, but good save there by Bobrovsky. Well, I'm not growing at the same rate as some bigger YouTube channels that do the clip stuff and the breakdowns. I'm so thankful because you guys make this a lot of fun. The views and the talk and just the conversation like you guys in this live back and forth. It's just fun. That's why I made this channel. I wanted to talk hockey and have fun while doing it. So thank you again. Sorry if I got a little rambly there. So we're going into commercial break. I don't. I feel like sometimes maybe I don't acknowledge how lucky I am for you guys to follow this channel. How lucky I feel. So I like to articulate that and kind of convey that message when I can. Yeah, like oh, 3,230 people watch my stuff each month. So what do we got here for Guardians of the Galaxy? Is another movie? Really? So I think the Florida Panthers have had some good punch to them. They're playing pretty good. I see a little bit more here from the Maple Leafs. I like what I'm seeing. I like that drive there by Riley to the net. He can keep that up, and eventually one will go into. And thanks, Jake. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys definitely want to share the channel, always feel free. If you enjoy these videos, it actually helps me out a lot when you guys share the different platforms and stuff like that. It definitely helps me out. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. Oh, well, Florida flips it out here. 12:45 here in the second period. Oh, good stick there. Well, Toronto regains. Barkov had a good little play there to get the puck back. Florida's using their size, man. They're using their size to really take it. Oh, I apologize. Jumps over the stick, and that's gonna be icing. So Florida here on the draw. Oh, then they get possession. Montour, man, he's so fluid. Bennett back here to Tkachuk. Chuck back to the defense. Ekblad at point. And the Florida Panthers get another one here. I don't know who got the tip if that was redirected, but that was an absolute beauty play there. Sam Bennett looks like he got a stick on it. You got to just get pucks on net. 2-0 Florida, 12:02 in the second period. Good Chuck, and look at Sam Bennett. Ekblad from the point. And then Bennett gets the last second tip there. Good play. So up nice stick and then off of Bennett's. Bennett gets tossed. Cousins here taking the draw. This is Knives coming in here. Knives with a great play. That was a fantastic effort by Knives there. Toronto with the quick answer. They needed that. That was a beauty of a play there. Wow. What a play. That's what you needed in Toronto. You need a little bit more of a burst there. Knives, the rookie coming in there. Just so strong. Good play by him, Matthews. That was a good play by Knives. Little spin move there. 2-1 there. 2-1 Florida. Toronto got one, his first career goal in the playoffs. So we got a little bit of life here by Toronto. So 11:40 here in the second period. And Bobrovsky will cover that. That was a great effort there by Knives. And I don't know if I can really blame Bobrovsky. He's walking right down. He's walking right down the damn slot. Got to box him out. So Toronto's got some life now. With Sarai in here in the corner. Giordano gets it all the way around. Toronto's getting some offensive zone pressure here. O'Reilly down. Liljegren to the other side here. Giordano back to Liljegren. Liljegren throws it on net. Bobrovsky's Florida committed a penalty there. Toronto going back on the power play. No. Mahara took one there. So Toronto has a good chance here to tie it. But be careful where you put your stick, man. It can't be the bad one. Tavares here on the half wall. And Panthers will get it out to neutral zone. Matthews coming in over to Marner. Marner over to Riley. O'Reilly, I should say. O'Reilly back to Riley. Riley across here to Tavares. Tavares coming working down here. Ekblad physical here. Down below. Goal line. 3 Leafs. You got 3 Panther players. Marner here at the back to Riley here. Top of the point. Over to Matthews. Matthews over to Riley. Oh, big save there on O'Reilly by Bobrovsky. ROR, I'm just going to call him that, make it easier. Matthews, the ROR. I mean, Jesus, he's Riley. Matthews. Marner, just dancing here at the line. Trying to make something happen here. Down to Tavares. Marner back down to Tavares. Back to Marner. Marner to Riley. Riley takes a shot from the point. Big save there by Bobrovsky. They're getting some good pressure here. O'Reilly here against Barkov. Oh, Matthews walking down. Big save by Bobrovsky. Oh, good keep by Riley at the point. Marner. Back to Riley. Riley to O'Reilly. Back to Riley. To Marner. Big save by Bobrovsky. Marner to Riley. Toronto keeps this up, man. It's going to eventually score. Riley back to Marner. They get a stick on it. Wow, what? I'm getting dizzy. Riley to O'Reilly. Riley, O'Reilly. At least the announcer messed up too, so I feel less bad. But wow, Toronto had a really good pressure there. Some big saves by B.O.B. This is why you can't keep giving them power plays, man. They start cooking like this, it's going to be really hard to play against them. They have too much talent. You have too much talent there in Toronto. Auston was actually pretty good on the power play against them. Toronto has just as much talent. So you gotta be careful what you ask for here. Go just try to wrap it around and didn't get it out. Stall here on Yarncrook. So even. And we're even here. They had 4 shots, man. Oh, Liljegren blue tire. Oh, you can't take my saying there. Can't be taking my saying there, bud. Stall, good patience there by Stall. Duclair here. So Duclair coming in here across the zone. I'm gonna have to refresh the stream. We're getting a little bit choppy. If that's, Camp across. Yep. Montour. So for me with Florida, if I'm a Florida Panther fan, I want to see them kind of respond and get some sustained offensive pressure. Montour over to Bennett. Bennett shoots it. Blocked here. Tkachuk down low. Back up to the point. Back to Montour. Montour wraps it around. Bennett just out of his reach. Forsling coming down, lets that go. Tkachuk over to Montour. Montour back to Tkachuk. Tkachuk looking to take a slap shot, and he takes one. Good save there by Samsonov. That's kind of what you want to see if you're a Panthers fan. You want to see a little bit more offensive zone possession. The Leafs had an amazing power play, man. Like, Bobrovsky came up so huge in that power play, man. Can't look down on that. That's crazy. Man, this is a good game thus far. Good back and forth hockey. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh this stream. It's got a little bit choppy. There we go. A little bit better. Well, whew. Florida Panthers really doing a good job here. Leafs, I like the response I'm seeing. Bobrovsky came up with some big saves. Some tough goals on Samsonov. Can't really blame him. Redirect and then another opportunity where just not much of much of a chance to save it. It's good plays here by the Panthers. And then that one goal on Bobrovsky, can't blame him. I mean, Knives just walks down Main Street. It's just bad. So both teams had some defensive lapses here. Tkachuk gains possession here. Oh, slap pass to Bennett. A little old school there. I don't mind seeing that. A little slap pass. Shen here has it for the Leafs. Crossover to Riley. Riley throws it up. Dumps it. Achari here on the forecheck. Achari on Stahl. Stahl managed to keep possession here. Cousins up. Cousins drops it off to Montour. Montour loses it. And Kerfoot will take it back to his zone. Back to Riley. Kerfoot up. To Shen. And they lose it. Oh, man. Florida's really all over him. Barkov there. Good stick. Stahl here. Good hit. It was that big hit there. Barkov on Riley. It was Luke Shen on Matthew Tkachuk. That's good defensive stick there by Ekblad. Forsling up to Tkachuk. Tkachuk will maintain possession, and Forsling will just elevate it high into the neutral zone. For Hagee on the forecheck on McCabe. And we're getting a little bit of looser of a game here. A little bit just opened up a bit, it seems like. Knives, curls. Down low to Matthews. Matthews all the way around. Brody back to Knives. Knives over. McCabe. Good shot. Good redirect. Just a little bit wide. And TJ Brody will throws it up, trying for the home run. And that's icing. That was a big hit there by Shen on Tkachuk. Florida getting good offensive pressure, looking for a clean one-timer at the point. Gudis shoots it low, wide of the net. Reinhardt back, throws it all the way low. Lundell. They got some Good pressure here. Oh, throws it to some speed with a streaking. Oh, Nylander just with an absolute beauty angle, beauty spin move. Oh, too wide there by Matthews. A little too high. Nylander's got some really good agility and speed, man. You can't give him too much time to operate. Giordano over to Liljegren. Liljegren up. O'Reilly. O'Reilly over to Yarncrook. Oh, what a play by Yarncrook. That was a great pass there. That was a phenomenal pass. Maple Leafs tie this up. He hit him streaking across. What a goal. Bunting with that big one there, man. Like O'Reilly coming in here, drop off the Yarncrook, and look at Bunting. Good job, good patience too. When you get a goalie moving left or right and then go across the screen when you're getting up, that's really hard. Great play there by Bunting. That was a fantastic goal, David. That was a fantastic goal, Banner. Really good goal. That's why Bunting, yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree. That is the good Michael Bunting. When he's on his game, and isn't doing dumb stuff, he's an effective player. Marner. Now the Maple Leafs are starting to feel themselves here. Bobrovsky makes a good save there. Oh, big hit by Riley. Panthers getting a little hit too now here. Get a little physical. Forcing on Tavares. Tavares gets out of it. So offensive face-off here for the Maple Leafs. 4:21 in the second. You know, you had a couple beauty goals. That Knives goal was really nice, where he just whoop, goes right between that traffic, buries it, and then that Bunting goal with the patience to go to the backhand, across the grain. No chance for Bobrovsky there. None. So hopefully the Leafs are feeling a little bit. Leaf fans feel a little bit more confident, feeling good. That's a big thing. You want some confidence there. Leafs are definitely, especially the second half of this period, man, have been really good. They've been the better team. They look a little bit more confident ever since that Knives goal. They're really taking it to the Panthers. Even physically, they got some big hits. Luke Shen, Riley, taking out Tkachuk, taking out some major players. You know, you got to like what you're seeing here by the fight from the Leafs. Well, this is actually the first new commercial I've seen on these streaming services, a Lexus commercial. How's everyone feeling, though? Everyone feeling pretty good about what's going on, or what's going on? What are you guys doing? Well, they're cleaning up some ice here. A little chip. Oh, weird play here. Florida getting possession. Tkachuk with patience back here. Doesn't get through. Forsling here at the point, all the way around. Got to see a response here from Florida. Toronto's been taken to him the whole game. This whole half of the period. Marner here on Forsling. Forsling bodies off Marner, throws him down. Cousins here. Giordano gets the puck, throws it over to Liljegren. Liljegren over here. And we got a dump in. Bobrovsky will play the puck, I guess. I hate when goalies play the puck. It scares me. Stall up. Duclair. Oh, okay. Offside. I thought so. Duclair looked a little bit ahead. So 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second period. That was a bad change. That's why that created that, huh? So face-off win by Toronto up. Yeah, it's Dallas versus Kraken's the only other game tonight. Yep. That's going to be icing. Draw in Toronto's end. Yeah, it's Dallas and Kraken is the other game for tonight. Lundell wins the draw. Back to small. Montour. Another offensive zone draw for the Panthers. These Panthers, though, have been known to come back and score. So, I mean, they're not going to back down from this. It's a tie game. They're a very gritty team that won't back down. Lundell here on the draw on Matthews. Let's see if. Oh, not Matthews. Sorry, I apologize. Nope. Montour. Good body there. And just throws the neutral zone. Luke Shen has to dump it. Face off just outside of Florida zone. 2:44 here in the second period. Really impressed by the Leafs, man. They bounced back. Showing some fight here. Taking it to the Panthers here in the second period. For Hagee, kind of get it out. Up to Duclair. Oh, trying to get it up to Duclair. Duclair over. Oh, good hit there. On McCabe. By McCabe, I should say. 3-on-2 off the rush. Good play there. Good defensive play. Verhaeghe. Goal! Verhaeghe with the snipe hand. You cannot let him behind you. Verhaeghe made people pay last series against the Bruins. Great play there. Great pass. Verhaeghe gets right behind the Toronto defense. This man has scored 40. You can't give him this much time and space. And Toronto was having a good little sequence here. Duclair with a good heads-up play. Just nips it past Samsonov. That's, come on. You can't let your goalie be facing a breakaway in the postseason, especially against a prolific goal scorer like that. Like I said, these Panthers won't back down. 3-2. So Toronto has some offensive zone pressure here. Let's see what the Toronto response here is. Tkachuk rides him off here. Cousins cycles it down low. Bennett to Tkachuk. Chucks throws it down all the way back down. Bennett lets it go. Forsling keeps it in. Back down low. Looks like we're just shooting it around the boards here. Ekblad pinches and you got to be careful here. Marner had some time and space. And Bobrovsky just puts it in nowhere, no man's land. Forsling here will get possession. Forsling getting some skating, getting going. Off of Liljegren there. Lundell on the forecheck. Reinhardt. Almost a bad turnover. Florida gets the puck, and then they lose it right back. Yarncrook gets it back. Florida on the forecheck here. Lundell. Back to the point. Montour. Florida will be completely fine getting those long point shots. They have the guys that have quality scoring opportunities with tips and stuff. That's what I got to like about Florida's game. And this is icing. 36.6 seconds left in the second period. Gotta like what you're seeing here, man. Oh, Nylander coming in, dancing. Great defensive stick there by Montour. 23 seconds. Oh, good block there. Toronto's looking to get some before the end of the second period. Nylander at the point. Throws it on net. Barkov up the wall. And Florida, Verhaeghe's on his horse here. 8 seconds. Oh, bad turnover. Oh, Duclair couldn't get that. He actually had a good opportunity. 1 second left. So 3-2, Florida. They had 2-0 lead. Toronto comes back to tie it off of Knives. Beautiful Knives goal and then a beautiful goal by Bunting. And they wouldn't die. They would not die. Verhaeghe alone nips it past Samsonov. 3-2. So, it's been a good one here. Been a good one. Can't complain too much. Just good quality hockey. Good quality hockey. So, Leafs fans, how you feeling? Panther fans as well. I saw a couple Panther fans in here as well. How you feeling about this game thus far? Just gonna be interesting to see how things go. And I do not need bans. So let's go over the scoring again here. Second period was full scoring. We had 4 goals, 2 from each team. We had a Sam Bennett goal. That was a nice little goal right there. Second period kind of go up to nothing. Like, okay. I mean, Florida might be taking to it, but Knives with I want to say 10 seconds later responds with an absolute beauty of a play, individual effort, going through 2 guys, and then, eventually hits it behind his back in. And then Matthew Bunting off a beautiful play by Yarncrook. Great pass there. Hits him striding. Gets the Bobrovsky moving from his left to his right. He goes across the grain. Bobrovsky has no chance. 2-2. And then Carter Verhaeghe on a breakaway. 40-goal scorer. One of the best shooters in the NHL. And he's going to bury that most of the time. One complaint I have the NHL. Can you please get this man a friggin' picture? Can you just not have that set up and get a picture of Knives and put it on there? Please? Really shouldn't be that difficult to do that. It just really, really shouldn't. So I don't know why that's such a problem in the NHL, but that just bothers me. It's just like the guy's been playing for a bit now. You can't, hey, Matthew, you want to just get in front of this green screen and we'll take a picture of you with the Maple Leaf jersey on? Like, really? That difficult? Like, come on. Not trying to complain, but I just like, are we that lazy? But yeah, I mean, we're in for a good one here. So, David Banner, I have to say, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this game thus far? And I also have to ask Daryl if you're still kicking around. How you guys feeling about this 3-2 lead by the Panthers? You think the Maple Leafs will come back and win? Or do you think maybe that the Panthers will end up taking game one? But I was impressed. I think the Leafs had a good surge there in the second period. I think that for overall, I think the Maple Leafs were the better team in that second period. They had a lot of good puck possession, and when they were kind of getting everything moving on the power play, like it's Bobrovsky made some big saves, they made some big blocks, and just made it made it difficult. So I had to say I was very, very impressed by that. Absolutely impressed by that. But I appreciate everyone that's popping in. I mean, we have had some good viewers throughout. We've gotten around the double digits quite a bit. And, game one, I'm trying to kind of, if you guys enjoy these videos on the channel, definitely make sure to spread them around. I'd appreciate that. Kind of helps me grow the channel and kind of get my name out there. I'll be doing a video on each game of the playoffs from here on out, kind of doing a breakdown and, main takeaway from the game. And, so we're going to have a lot of fun. I'll be back here in a second. I got to actually do something really, really, really quick. So let me just really quick for you guys, just so I can kind of get this done while I'm doing this. All right, so I mean, I was pretty impressed by what I saw. View full play. Okay. I'm gonna actually have a couple things play here. I'm actually have a few things play while I'm kind of just out for the. I got to kind of do a couple things. So don't mind me. I'm gonna add this to the stream. Stop screen. Share this. I'll be back shortly. I just kind of need to get this crap done. So let me add this. And I'll be back. Kind of a one take here. Not much editing. Make a quick video. All new to the channel. I'm a Boston Bruins fan. I'm just going to say this very clearly. The Florida Panthers are a better team than the Boston Bruins. I will say that again. The Florida Panthers are by far a better team than the Boston Bruins. Absolutely pathetic on defense tonight. Transition game, turnovers, awful. Florida capitalized on all the terrible chances. And you know what I saw from Florida that I really liked? When they got down a goal, they persevered. They found a way. They always got back into the game. Really good. Can't complain. Now they had some mental lapses like that Saka to DeBrusque when they were on the power play, that shorthanded goal the Bruins scored. That was backbreaking, but did they get upset and get flustered? No. Literally scored on that same power play to tie the game back up. The regular season is absolutely great. Don't get me wrong. That's a cool record, but in this postseason, the Boston Bruins have not been good. They are not a good team. They have been playing piss poor. Their puck control is absolutely terrible. I would say their offensive prowess besides this game has been kind of lackluster. And Florida has been fantastic. Matthew Tkachuk is the best player in this series. He is a menace. He can be a little bit over the top with his antics, but he's been dominant. Panthers win this game 7-5, and I'm not surprised at this point. I think the Panthers are pretty much the kryptonite to the Boston Bruins. They just hustle, really good defensively, voracious forecheck. They give the Boston Bruins fits, and it's a terrible matchup for the Bees. Barkov, Bennett, Tkachuk, just so many guys with size, skill, and speed. Bruins aren't good enough. It is what it is. The defense is making some terrible outlet passes. Clifton did what Clifton does with some terrible turnovers. Forbort looked like a turntable tonight. And I just don't see it. And Olmark was probably the worst I've seen him all season. Not going to blame every single goal on Olmark, but he looked like complete dog shit. But I'm going to make this clear. Florida Panthers, their defense, their offense, their transition game, while it was a 7-5 game, I would say throughout this series have been the far better team. Yeah, it's 3-3, but the Bruins kind of held on to life for some parts of this series. I'm going to give credit to where credit is due. Matthew Tkachuk, the superstar he is leading this Florida Panthers team with Barkov, Bennett, Reinhart, Listerainen. You can name pretty much any player on the Panther roster. They are just finding ways to win. And this is my prediction for Game 7. The Florida Panthers are going to go into Boston and beat the Bruins. I just don't see it from Boston. It's a Game 6. It's a second time to eliminate the Panthers. Still very careless with the puck. They look disinterested at times. Just lackadaisical with the pucks. And the Panthers, they're hungry and they want it. And they have skilled players on this team that are playing far better than the Bruins players. So that's my breakdown for this game. The Bruins are on the precipice of having the greatest choke job in NHL history. I'll see you in the next one.
And the Florida Panthers have done it. They won Game 5 in Boston.
So the Toronto Maple Leafs finally get to the second round. This was an absolute beauty of a game. Very tight, very close checking to start off. And let's just get into the goals. Auston Matthews would get a nice one-timer here on this rotation. No chance for Vasilevsky. He just buries this top shelf. 1-0 Toronto. And then 4:11 into the third period, Steven Stamkos off a rebound would bang this home past Samsonov. And let's be honest here. It's 1-1. You go to overtime. You know, Leaf fans are already kind of panicking because are they going to let this slip away from them again? And nope. John Tavares on a spin-around shot would beat Vasilevsky, and the Toronto Maple Leafs will be advancing to the second round. This Leaf team is just a different animal from previous iterations. I have liked what I saw from the Leafs from most games through this series. Sort of poetic that John Tavares, kind of a much maligned guy within their own fan base, gets the game winner. The guy is a fantastic player, has been for a very long time. And I'm just really happy for Leafs fans, man. They deserve this. They have gone through so much crap, so much BS throughout the years. And for them to finally break through, I just genuinely mean this. You guys deserve it. Going into the second round, I'm not going to want to face the Maple Leafs, whether it be Florida or Boston. The Maple Leafs finally got that monkey off their back. That is what this team needed. This is going to instill confidence for them going forward. There has never been a doubt about the talent, especially offensively when it came to the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was just the mental part of their game where they kind of had some letdowns. But finally, getting into the second round, we could be looking at a Leafs team that has a good shot of winning a Stanley Cup. Not trying to put the cart before the horse here, but you give this talented team confidence, it is going to be scary to watch. Thought it was interesting they went with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. It worked out. Kind of intrigued to see if they'll do that going forward. But again, congratulations to Leafs fans. You deserve it. I'm Captain Paul. I'll see you in the next one.
John Tavares! They finally caught lightning in a bottle!
The Boston Bruins, with the greatest choke job in NHL history, go from one of the greatest NHL regular seasons to getting punched in the mouth, backing down, and the Florida Panthers being their daddy. For those that are new to the channel, I am a Boston Bruins fan, and throughout this series, I would have to say the Florida Panthers have been the far better team. Now, the Panthers went up in this game 2-0, starting off with a goal by Brandon Montour. Nice shot. Then Sam Reinhart would follow up with a good wrist shot. And it looked kind of bleak for the Bruins, but David Krejci on a nice one-timer on a power play would make it 2-1. Tyler Bertuzzi on a tip off of Orlov's shot would score another goal with 55 seconds into the third period, tying this game up 2-2. And the Bruins would not be done. few minutes later, David Pastrnak, nice juicy rebound off a Brandon Carlo shot, would bury home a rebound to score his 5th of the series. And then with a minute left in regulation, who else but Brandon Montour to bury this past Jeremy Swayman? 3-3, we're going to overtime. And let's just see this goal right here. 8:35 into overtime. Verhaeghe snipes it past Swayman. Florida Panthers advance, and the Boston Bruins are out in the first round. Now, we saw this in 2019 with the Tampa Bay Lightning, so it's not completely unprecedented. But I have to admire how well these Florida Panthers played. Matthew Tkachuk, Brandon Montour, Verhaeghe, a lot of their depth players as well played a game that was the kryptonite to the Boston Bruins, and they were the better team. The better team does move on. The Florida Panthers showed the grit that the Bruins just didn't have. When they faced adversity, they didn't quit and they found ways to win. Whereas when the Bruins faced adversity themselves, they backed down and cowered, and the moment was just far too big for them. And now we're going to be seeing a Florida Panthers versus Toronto series. Now, some Leafs fans in my live stream were saying that the Leafs are going to sweep. The Panthers have a lot of talent. And if Bobrovsky can still play at this level that he has been in the first round, they're going to be a tough out. So I'll be covering that series, and it'll be some good hockey to watch. Now to the Bruins. Patrice Bergeron and David Krejci are most likely done after this series. And I'm going to say a very honest and tough truth here. This core has kind of been known to choke away crucial series. While they do have that 2011 Stanley Cup championship under their belt, they have come up short in a lot of big moments. Patrice Bergeron is still a first ballot Hall of Famer. David Krejci is a Bruin all-timer. But yet again, they come up short in the big moments, and Bergeron and Krejci were just invisible out there in the Game 7. Brad Marchand looked like a shell of himself, and the Bruins are going to be in for a very tough rebuild. Hats off to Florida Panthers and their fans. They played a tremendous series and really were the better team. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.
But the Panthers are pretty sure they've done it and knocked off the Bruins in overtime in Game 7.
So the Avalanche and the Seattle Kraken, Game 7, everything up for it. Who will pass into the next round? And well, Grubauer had a lot to say in this series. He was absolutely fantastic. Big saves here on McKinnon. Seattle will start the score on Bjorkstrand behind the goal line on a weird bounce off someone's stick. Then Meyer's shoulder and over Georgiev. That is a rough way to start the scoring, but Grubauer on the other side would be a brick wall. Bjorkstrand wants a legit one here, coming in with some speed, forehand shot, right past glove side on Georgiev. That is a beauty of a goal. Seattle goes up 2-0, and they're looking pretty good here. Here at the point, one-timer, big save by Grubauer. But McKinnon would not be denied off a one-timer, beats Grubauer clean, and Rantanen is credited for this goal. I guess it went off his pants legs. 2-1. And McKinnon tie it up here at 2-2. But wait, not so fast. No goal due to offside. It's a 2-1 game. Avalanche would keep testing here, and Grubauer just kept rising to the occasion. I was really impressed with how he played. 2-1 would be the final. The Seattle Kraken advanced to the next round of the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time in their history. This was a fantastic series, and I'd have to say, Grubauer was the reason why the Kraken played so well. He channeled what he did a couple seasons ago with the Colorado Avalanche. He was absolutely fantastic, and I feel good for him. He had such a rough regular season with a sub-900 save percentage. For him to come in here and pull off the numbers that he did with a 926 save percentage is just impressive. On the flip side, I feel a little bit bad for Georgiev. He might get blamed by some people within the fan base in Colorado. Well, you did it with Kempfer last year. Georgiev didn't live up to expectations. I mean, let's be honest. First-time starter, a 914 in the postseason. He was not the reason why you guys lost. Defensive breakdowns and, quite honestly, some wonky goals went in against him. Just a little bit of bad luck. Future is still bright with the Avalanche. You have all the superstars in the world with Rantanen, Makar, McKinnon. If they can properly infuse younger players on cheaper contracts, I could see them right back into the postseason, obviously, next season, if not going far further to challenge for a Stanley Cup. But let's talk about this Kraken. This is historic for this franchise, their first playoff series win. They don't have that superstar on this team, but it kind of goes to show the top seed and the lower seed in the postseason it's probably not as far of a gap in talent as we expect. Yes, they don't have that superstar, but they have a bunch of guys that are hardworking, gritty, and willing to really do anything to win. And sometimes that is the difference maker. The only reason I was down on the Kraken in my postseason predictions was I wasn't sure about the goaltending. Martin Jones and Grubauer could be just so wishy-washy, but Grubauer channeled that Avalanche form. And if he can continue this throughout the postseason, Seattle is going to be a dark horse and a tough team to beat. I'd be interested to know what you thought of this series. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.
The Kraken win Game 7. They knock off the defending Stanley Cup champs.
You know, I'm usually not like this, Ranger fans, and I'm not even a Devils fan. But after some of the toxic comments I got after Game 6 and my do not disrespect the Devils, how'd you like me now? Devils win the game 4-0. And listen, Ranger fans, I know you're all not like that. You have a lot of great fans on this channel, so don't take it that way. But a lot of the issues I've had about the Rangers throughout the season, even going into the postseason regarding their defensive play, kind of came to a head here. Scoring would start off by McLeod burying one here shorthanded that was set up by Palat's amazing shorthanded effort. Without this just individual effort to get him the puck, this does not happen. Devils go up 1-0. Akira Schmid looked pretty solid yet again. He made some big timely stops, especially a one-timer How long have I been muted? My fault. Apparently, I've been muted. I didn't notice that. That's a miscue on my part. Appreciate you said something. That's pretty funny. I guess I hit the mute button by accident. That's you can hear me now, though. Hopefully, right? Matthews, the face off. Okay. So Marner throws it in front. Duclair will get the puck. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna laughing at that. I don't believe I went for my bathroom break. I was probably just talking to myself for the last 8 minutes. So Riley will get it up. Nice soft dump off the glass, and they will reset. Stahl throw it up to Montour. Montour up to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe across. Trying to hit Barkov, streaking. And good shot by Barkov. Rebound there by Samsonov. Verhaeghe was all over him. Ooh, Tkachuk lost an edge there on the apron of the net. Good hit there by Verhaeghe. Panthers they're very good at taking time and space away. You know, they really are. They just really good forecheckers. And it like their star players like Tkachuk play that heavy style that I think just kind of energizes the rest of his team. It's not like, if his star players aren't involved in that physical play, maybe it doesn't really translate, but this guy really does get play on the edge and plays a heavy physical game that's hard to defend against. Oh, a little bit of rush here. Stahl shoots it a little bit wide here. Reinhardt, point. Gudis got it. Ooh, redirected here. A little too high. Stahl gets possession. Delphine. White here. Stahl. Liljegren battling the puck. Come on, guys, move it. Stahl here. Back. And good. And the Leafs get it out. But hey, White will dump it right back in. Stahl using his big frame. Throws it in front. Big save there by Samsonov. That was a big save there. Stahl really stayed out there. That was smart. Bigger guy. Hard to deal with. That's a heavy load. Ekblad. Oh, he gets burnt. But Nylander can't really take advantage of it. Panthers, good help defense. Delph here, up. Lundell throws it deep. In pursuit. On TJ Brody. TJ Brody gets it up to McCabe. McCabe up here to Camp. And Camp will lose it. It goes back into the Toronto end. 10-13 here in the third period. Good play here. Dumps it off. Ooh, can't get it clean. Montour will get it here. Get it past. Good smart hockey player there. Tkachuk with a lob here in the neutral zone. Panthers are really good at that. Cousins, and they will be going for a line change. 9:53 here in the third. Panthers are really smart. That's such a smart way to, like, when you guys just need a quick change. Soft dump here by Duclair. Using that neutral zone high lob really is such an intelligent play. Verhaeghe here to Duclair. Duclair, oh, good play there by Knies. Bats it down. Duclair using his physicality, getting around. Ekblad throws it around. Barkov here on Marner. Gets the puck. Oh, throws it up. And just a little bit too high. Misplayed here at the line, but he'll eventually get it out. And we're going for a line change. Verhaeghe almost had something there. 9-10 here in the third period. Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing. If I'm a Panther fan, Knives coming in. They throw it down. Forsling back up here to the point. Giordano, ooh, good. So, save there by Bobrovsky. I don't think he really saw that, though. Lundell up here. Listerainen trying to skate for it, and that's icing. So offensive zone draw here for the Maple Leafs with 8:47 in the third period. So Pavelski will be back tonight for the Stars. That's good. That's good for the Stars. That's a good back. So 8:47 here left in the third period. Let's run in here on the forecheck, and we're back in the offensive zone for Toronto. Big save by Bobrovsky. Tkachuk gets that rebound. And we're going for a line change here. 18-25 in the third period. DJ Brody up to O'Reilly. O'Reilly gets met there by Tkachuk. Stall. Oh, tripping call. Tripping call there. Florida will be going on the power play if something doesn't happen here. Montour cutting. Cousins curling. Back to the point. Smart play here by Florida. Use their time. Honestly, I'd waste a little bit of time if I'm them. Montour from the pipe. And good save. Oh, they didn't get the possession. Back to Montour. Good chuck here. Wow, they didn't blow that down. I'm actually kind of surprised. Good chuck. Montour. Big blast. Montour from the point. I mean, Montour has been like, he's been a monster in this postseason. 4-2 Florida. What a rifle of shot. Wow, what a play. Matthew Tkachuk back to the point. That's wow. 6th goal of the playoffs. Montour has been an absolute monster. Absolute monster. So 4-2 Panthers. Still time here on the clock. Ekblad. Montour, yep. Exactly. Fajardo, my co-host here. Montour is just an absolute fucking specimen at the point. That guy is so good. His next contract, even if he's going to be over 30, he's going to see an increase. Like, there's no way this guy stays for this cheap. So, got to be impressed by Florida, though. This guy, Verhaeghe here on the forecheck on Duclair coming in too. Forcing up. Lundell here. Working low. If I'm the Panthers, I'm, not taking the foot off the gas. Gudis at the point. Throws it low. Reinhart down below. Goal line. Back to the point here. No. Oh. Panthers put it around. And you got to really like what you're seeing from these Panthers, man. Reinhart coming in. Keep puck possession here. 6:20 here. Now, the Leafs are working against the clock. They got to get something going. But this voracious forecheck by the Florida Panthers, it's really an underestimated part of their game. It really is. Oh, we get a little bit of a scrum here. And, I think I saw a lot of Leafs fans say sweep, 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 sweep. And I think they just underestimated how good these Panthers are. It's a good team, guys. Really good on the forecheck. Really good. And when they play their disciplined hockey, they're very hard to score against. Now, there's times where defensively they will have lapses. We've seen that, right? That goal on Bunting where they didn't have the proper back check because there was a terrible line change. And those breakdowns can happen in the game. Like you'll be able to score against the Panthers because at times they even shoot themselves in the foot. But it wasn't a fluke. Wasn't a fluke. I saw so many Leafs fans say that it was going to be a sweep. That's disrespectful to the Panthers who just did beat a team that was on fire. So, but game's not over. Leafs have a chance here. They have the ability here to score a couple. They have more off. They have some of the most offensively gifted players on the planet on the Leafs team. So 2 goals in 6 minutes isn't anything crazy, but any stretch of the imagination. So just keep that in mind. Don't be doom and gloom. And even if the Leafs do lose this game, it's game 1. We've all seen teams come back down 3-1. We've all seen come back from 3-0 even. We've seen teams just tie it up the next game. It is never over until the fat lady sings. Until there is 4 wins, the series is not over. So, and we saw these Leafs get absolutely shellacked, I think, in their first game in the first round. And then they bounce back and shellack the team the next game. So the Leafs have the capability of bouncing back. So this is a good tone setter, though, for the Florida Panthers. This kind of helps them with their beliefs, right? You know, so we're back from commercial. Statistically, the Leafs have the most beyond advantage. So this is his first year. He's actually scored a playoff goal. This is hilarious. This guy Montour has been an absolute monster. So face off here, 6-12 here in the third period. Win here. Tkachuk will gather. Driving to the net to Bennett. Oh, good save by Samsonov. Still loose. Riley will get it. That was a good play by Tkachuk. Good recognizing that Bennett will be on the back door. Good jump here. Bennett shot. The Panthers are not going to just rest on that 2-goal lead. That's what I like to see. Marner here. He's bothered by Matthews. Oh, good poke check by Bobrovsky. That was a good stick. Life with Denna. I appreciate you popping in. These are a really good team. I think they'll be fine. Even if they lose this game, this is going to a series that goes the distance. This is going to be a good series. So don't lose the faith. This is coming from a Bruins fan. I saw, I should lose faith, I guess. Both of these are quality teams. Icing here by Florida. And with 5:06 in the third period, we're going to be going to the wire here. Leafs have the ability to score a couple. They definitely have that offensive capability. They're showing this draw here by Tkachuk. And this was such a good, smart recognition by Bennett, just keeping his stick low. That actually almost banked right off of. Did that just almost bank off Samsonov? Oh, yeah, he was trying to shoot there on Samsonov off the back. He almost got that in. Yeah, Tkachuk, man, he's a smart player. Duclair coming in here with speed. Throws it on net. Barkov down low to Duclair. Duclair over here to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe throwing it down low to Duclair. Lets it go. Point here. Ekblad back down low to Duclair. Duclair gets puck possession. Verhaeghe gets it. Over here to the point. Oh, rebound. And Bobrovsky. Oh, that was almost bad. And overtime. And icing. 4:24 left. I was so happy the Leafs didn't have to face the Bruins in playoffs. Their Achilles. I'd have to say though, play style wise, the Florida Panthers is not a great matchup though. The way they play, these Leafs talented players, it's gonna be a difficult series. But I could get that just from the boogeyman perspective, I guess, because the Bruins have outed them and Tampa has. But yeah. So Ryan Hurd on the draw here against Matthews. Good play there by Lundell. 14-16. Liljegren will take it behind the net. So Stahl back up here. Lundell. I mean, the Panthers are doing a really good job of kind of keeping it in the Leafs end. 350. Leafs trying to get a clean entry here. So Knies will coming in a little bit with speed. Bennett gets the puck, throws it around to Montour. Montour. Tkachuk here, coming in, using his strength and speed. Cousins gets it, throws it around. Gudis on net. Oh, Tkachuk with a one-handed tip, almost trying to get that there. 13-18 in the third. Leafs will get control here. Riley over to Nylander. Nylander skating up his own blue line up. And that is offside. So they're going to be looking to pull Samsonov here. Wow. Panthers are playing absolutely fantastic. You got to give it to them. You got to give it to them. Guys they look like they want it. They've been so aggressive on the forecheck. Game 1, so this is just one game. But I'm very impressed. They're carrying what they did against the Bruins into this series. And if they do that, they have a good chance of winning this series. So Devils, Panthers, Eastern Conference, that would be something. Absolutely. Absolutely. Watching football here in the EU, slow, but at least no commercials. Now we have a ton of commercials here in the US, which kind of drives me crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. You gotta. So Florida will get the puck here, dump it down. They put Kachuk and Barkov out here together, putting out their big guys, big guns. Very good in both sides of the zone of the game, I should say. Kachuk gets at the line and he just high stick. So a whistle here. So it's going to be a face-off in Florida zone. 90% are car commercials. I know, right? Like I already have a car. I'm good. I do miss the Canadian Tire condone piston brakes. That's funny. Oh, Florida. Oh, big save there. Toronto's here. Riley over. Marner trying to get a shot through. Forsling. Now, Toronto's been really good at scoring late. 6-on-4, goalie pulled. So they got to, they have a good chance here. O'Reilly down low on Forsling. Ekblad. Matthews. Riley to Matthews. Big save. Oh, Florida can't get it out. That's not good. You can't keep letting these skilled players of Toronto just play with it. Big block there by Ekblad, Sam Bennett. No icing. Marner up to Tavares. They'll try to get it in. Gudis here. Physicality play here. No icing. Minute 40. We're getting up against it here. Marner coming in with a little bit of speed. Over the red line, drops it. Drops it over to Yarncrook. Yarncrook over to Yarncrook, I should say. My apologies. Conf. And these Panthers, man, they're playing a tremendous game. Philip Martinez, good to see you here. Oh, 2-0. What a save by Bobrovsky. Big left pad save. Yarncrook coming in. Back to the point on Riley. Block shot. No, not sure who that went off of. We got some good offensive zone pressure. Marner back to Matthews. Big save there by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky's been playing pretty steady here. Big save by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky's been playing good, man. He's playing good, making some big saves. Like, these are not easy shots he's stopping here. And the goals that he let in tonight were not on him at all. At all. This guy he's really channeled that inner Bobrovsky. What an electric save right there. Explosive push from his right to his left. Bunting tries to get that back door. On most goalies, on a toe save on Nylander. On most goalies, that's a goal. On most goalies, that's a goal. That's what you've been seeing, since he's come in late. He's really kind of been locked in. Big save, 49.9 seconds here. Toronto calls a timeout, trying to get something going. You edited. I have to be really honest with you. It's kind of been crazy how some goalies like Grubauer and Bobrovsky have channeled their best versions of themselves out here in the playoffs. So, it's been a lot of fun to watch. Obviously kind of sucked for us Bruins fans, but seeing these guys play absolutely phenomenal, it's been good. I would actually say Bobrovsky's this is the sharpest he's looked all playoffs. He's made some really big saves. So Tavares here wins the draw. Riley down low to Matthews. Bobrovsky's down with no stick. They got to get a shot here. He has no stick. What a save. Without a stick, makes the big old glove save. 37 seconds left. Wow. That was a big save. That's a hard save to make there. Without a stick, man. What a save by Tavares. 37 seconds left here. Wow. Apparently, equipment issue there. Or, got hurt, I guess. I don't know what the refs are doing here. Maybe they're. Yeah, I wish I could show the stream for you, Jeremy. So Bennett's gonna be going to the box for that because that's crazy. 9 of Florida going to the box. So Toronto will have a 6-on-4 here. If they can score a quick one, man, they have an opportunity to really get back in this game. But I would say this: getting a penalty though will allow them to just dump it all the way down. I guess if that's a benefit from this situation, that's one. Here, good win by Florida. No goal. No, it's game 1. Sorry, did I say game 7? I must have said that by mistake if I meant that. I mean, I don't know why the Toronto fans were trying. Did they think it would end? Good save there by Bobrovsky, 29 seconds. That did not go in the net. I don't know why they were celebrating. Florida dumps it all the way down. Oh, nope. Good stick here. Marner gets it in. Offside. 18 seconds left. Now, this has been a good game to watch, man. Tavares in the slot. Good defensive play there by Gudis. 9 seconds left here. Good stick. And the Florida Panthers will be taking this victory out. 4-2 win for the Panthers. This is a big one. Going in Toronto, punching them in the mouth. Yeah, they look like the better team most of this game. I got to say, I'm extremely impressed. Bobrovsky played really well. Really good game by him. This is a big win. Absolute big win for the Florida Panthers. Kind of keep building that confidence. So, goal scorers on the night will be Nick Cousins getting the first one, Stan Bennett, then Matthew Nyes, Michael Bunting, and then the game-winning goal is going to be going to Carter Verhaeghe on a breakaway where he nipped it glove side off Samsonov, and Brandon Montour would continue his dominance this postseason and add another. Shots on goals, 36-28 in favor of the Maple Leafs. Face-offs 52-48, which did not feel like that. On the power play, the Panthers only got 0 for 1. Maple Leafs got 4. Panthers out hit the Maple Leafs 47-36, 13-8 block in favor of the Leafs, and giveaways were more by the Leafs in favor of 12-10. Big game. Really liked what I saw. If you are a Panther fan, it shows that they can kind of stay with the Maple Leafs. This whole notion that it was going to be an easy game, that it was going to be sweep was a little foolish. I saw from some Leaf fans. These guys are some good players here, the Panthers. They have some top-end talent, and we saw that tonight. And I would say even though Matthew Tkachuk doesn't get a goal, he's involved in a couple of them, gets a couple assists here, right? 1, 2, 3 assists on the night. Matthew Tkachuk was a force out there. Like I said, he can be a load to handle. But this is only game 1. The Leafs have a good opportunity to bounce back. They have proven they have the ability to bounce back, but Yeah, Florida was the dominant team in this one. I'm going to be making a video myself on this really shortly, so stay tuned on that one. So if you enjoyed this stream, make sure to come back for tomorrow. I will be covering another NHL game. I'm Captain Paul. Big thank you for everyone that's watching along with me, and I'll see you in the next one.